Hello, everyone. Hope you're well on this Thursday night. We're almost into Friday. I believe we need to prepare like our life depends on it. And I'm going to go over why I believe that and some things we can do about it. But first, I noticed something interesting about this this train wreck that was in Greece, the country of Greece, from a couple of nights ago, and the aftermath of that, and who visited right afterwards, and contrast that with what happened here in the United States after this terrible train derailment in Ohio. But in Greece, after that train wreck, it looked like it happened at night, but almost immediately by the next morning, their country's transportation minister was there on the scene. Saw a little video. We watched a video of him giving an interview, and this guy was just distraught. Um, but he was there, and he was tearful, and he was very respectful, and you could tell this guy was hurting, and he really cared about the people. You really could. And he said, "I'm resigning out of respect for the victims here." Now, I respect that. Contrast that with what happened in the United States after that train derailment in Ohio, in East Palestine, Ohio. So you had this disaster, and that's what it is. It's a disaster, and it's getting worse. But the transportation secretary here, Pete Buttigieg, or whatever his name is, whatever, however you pronounce it, this guy, it takes weeks and pressure, a lot of pressure on him to finally show up, reluctantly. And this is a terrible showing. And this guy's a disgrace. Okay. I mean, what a difference. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's just terrible. The wildlife in that area, talking about Ohio, and this where this train wreck happened. It's just a hazard. This hazardous material. You got wildlife dying all around it, and the area that we're seeing that is just keeps going out further and further, even west of them, and that's not even where the wind was blowing. You're seeing dead animals. You're seeing people getting sick, and even the workers who are cleaning this up and the environmental stuff, and they were finding out that they did not have the proper PPE, personal protective equipment. Obviously, you know, if I didn't know any better, it would make me think that the people in charge, like the transportation secretary and above him, don't give a squeeze about the people. Not a bit. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I think it makes you think, oh, they'd be fine if you're not here anymore. If you just go away, don't exist. I mean, that's what it seems like, doesn't it? We are on our own. We are on our own. The leaders, so-called leaders, are not going to do anything. They're not coming to save you. They're not coming to help you. At least if you're not in this town in Ohio, that's for sure. But it's something we noticed, and it's terrible. Some other things going on that piqued my interest, and I missed this. I think this story, I think it first came out a day or so ago, but um, Iran, country of Iran, it is said will be able to produce enough material for a nuclear bomb within 12 days. Now you could say 10 days or less. And who knows? It might be shorter than that. They might have it already. Now, I did read where they estimate that it could take months for them to be able to fit that on a missile. Nevertheless, who knows for sure? But they'll have it ready. They conceivably they could have it ready within days. Now, I believe the country of Israel will have something to say about that. In fact, I believe you could see pretty soon they could very well launch an attack and try to take that capability out of the picture. And it would not surprise me to see that very soon. And a lot of folks believe that could be a trigger to something much bigger, much wider. I believe it really could. But Israel has said they will not allow Iran to have a nuclear capability. North Korea, it is said that they have the capability now to be able to launch a continental ballistic missile or intercontinental ballistic missile with the nuke and reach United States mainland. That is their goal. That's been their goal. That's not comforting either. It's like it's like the barbarians are gathering outside the gates in all directions. It's like we're ancient Rome and the barbarians are just gathering. But much like Rome, we have barbarians and enemies outside the gate and inside the gate. In fact, the ones inside the gate are probably more dangerous. And it's a shame because we're sending all this money, all this stuff to Ukraine when we have enough problems here. You know, plenty of the issues here. Infrastructure is crumbling. You got homeless. You got the economy. You could go on and on. We talk about it a lot. But yet, it seems like the powers that be are bent and just determined at self-destruction. Sure looks that way. All great empires end. And this is one of the ways they do it. Overextending. You've got border wide open. Who knows what's coming through there and what kind of damage they're already doing. Feels like something, it just feels like something big is just going to happen at any time now. The other shoe is going to drop, so to speak. And it's going to take people by surprise. We're going to wake up one morning and people are going to be shocked. So I think that we need to do all we can just to keep preparing, not freak out, don't panic, but just keep preparing the best we can. Prepare to be our own civil defense because that might be all that's going to help, you know. I think it's really important to figure out who around you you can trust. People talk about a MAG, a mutual assistance group. It doesn't have to be huge. It's good to have some kind of group, even if it's small. You know, even if it's 5 to 6, 7 people, that's better than 2 of you. And figure out how you can help each other. Have a plan. Have a plan to get together if something happens. Learn from each other. We all have different strengths. We all have different weaknesses. You know, and figure out what each person's strength is and concentrate on that. You know, if it's skills, if it's knowledge, if it's medical, if it's gardening, if it's growing food, herbs, weapons, self-defense, you name it, building, you know, mechanically inclined. The list goes on and on. Teaching. But I think it's really important to do that. It's important to figure out how we're going to support each other, you know, on a local, small level. Even if it's just your neighborhood, you know. Is there an opportunity? The weather is getting a little warmer. Well, not in every part of the country, but you know, is there an opportunity where you can find somebody to cooperate with, even in your neighborhood? Now I know that's tricky, but who can you know figure out who you can trust, who you want to really keep an eye on. You know, just be thinking about these things, okay? Because when something drops, something big drops, we're not going to have much of a warning. We may not have any warning. And then we're going to be like, oh no, here we go. Here we go. So Just something to think about. Who can be in your mag? Because you may need them soon. You may need them real soon. All right, we'll talk more about that. I have a really good passage I want to share that I believe will be uplifting. And Ella is, hey, this is from Psalm chapter 139. I'm going to read from verse 7 through 12. It says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light becomes night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, and the darkness is as light to you. The night will shine like the day, and the darkness, for darkness is as light to you. The light of God Almighty, maker of the universe, God of the universe, unlimited capability. And we have access to that. No darkness at all. Darkness is as light, the brightest light in Him. So let's keep in prayer. Let's keep in the Word and keep supporting each other. I hope that helped. Share your thoughts. Let's keep aware out there. Let's keep doing the things. God bless you. I'll see you soon.